cayó y no sé por qué. Pero ahorita ya los vamos a conectar. Esperar. Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you? Sorry,
I'm fine too.
I thought you had to send me a request, so I was waiting.
Really? Yeah, but you have to join to the list, and that's why I couldn't send you there.
Okay. I've never done this before. Sorry.
Yeah, everyone is new in this. Don't worry.
Yeah.
So how are you? Do you practice your Spanish?
Not much. No.
But the interview is going to be in Spanish.
Okay, perfect. You can try.
No, don't worry. It's going to be in English.
You might not get very far with Spanish.
So how does the quarantine treat you?
Good. I mean, staying busy, just working out, trying to stay in shape for whenever baseball starts up again.
Yeah.
Yeah, just...
Do you try to learn any new hobby or not?
Not really. I mean, I just having my house here in San Antonio, it's just when I don't spend a lot of time here throughout a year, and then when I come back, there's always a lot to do and take care of, and so there's never a shortage of work that needs to be done around here. But so that the house and chores and errands and friends and family, they've been keeping me really busy in this time, for sure. Yeah.
How's the situation about the coronavirus in USA? I think it's harder than here.
Yeah. What was that? How's what about the coronavirus in here?
Yeah. How is the situation?
Oh, it's fine. I mean, it's just, it kind of varies between states and cities and whatnot. I think based on the governor of each state, it's kind of has their own mandates and regulations and kind of managing it differently. But Texas is pretty lenient, and we're trying to get things back to normal as fast as possible. And I think they're starting to opening things up, like restaurants and stuff, as of now. So they're trying to get moving in the right direction and open up to everybody. Yeah.
That's good. What do you think is going to be the first thing that you're going to do after this?
After this?
Yeah. That is the first thing that you want to do.
Probably just go out and have some nice dinner at a nice restaurant or something. Just relax. Maybe go to a movie. I don't know, something that we haven't been able to do for a while. You can't go to a movie. You can't, no bars, no restaurants really open. Nothing's open. So maybe just go out and enjoy an evening and away from the house,
Yeah, I know.
For sure.
Yeah. Hey, you had the opportunity to be in different organizations throughout your career. Mm-hmm. But before to talk about the current Anthony, we want to know about who was Anthony when you were a kid. Who or what made you decide to be part of professional baseball?
Baseball was always a dream of mine. I think at a young age, it was just something that as an individual, my family just recognized I had a really good talent for. It was something that came natural to me more than anything else. And so I think that was the kickstart to me pursuing baseball. And my dad always had a passion for baseball as well. He loved baseball. And so he was obviously going to gear us as kids towards baseball. But then when I was naturally really good at it as well, it made it easy for me to pursue. But I've loved, I like soccer. I like basketball. I played a lot of basketball too. So I like to watch football. So there's a bunch of sports that I really like, and I like all sports. But for me individually, baseball was just the one that I was best at.
Okay. And when do you know that you want to be pitcher, or you liked another position in baseball?
I actually played outfield most of I pitched my whole life, but I also played my whole life too. And so even in college, I was an outfielder, and so I was a position player. And I was actually going to get drafted as an outfielder as well. So I was gonna play pro ball, but I ended up getting drafted as a
wow.
I ended up getting drafted a round earlier as a pitcher, but if I didn't go that round, the next round in base, I was going to go as an outfielder. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Wow.
So, but it worked out, I guess. I don't know. Hitting is really hard, so
yeah.
it worked out. I'm not upset.
Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know that in June 2009, you signed with the Seattle Mariners, and you had the opportunity to fulfill the dream of any baseball player, and was play in the big leagues. How do you remember that moment, since the moment that people told you that you're going to pitch in the big leagues?
It was amazing. I mean, it was awesome. It honestly happened a little faster than I thought. It was only about 2 years after I signed with the Mariners. I ended up making up in 2011. And I signed in 2009, and then in 2011, when I got called up, and it just seemed like it happened so fast that it was so exciting. But at the same time, I didn't want to get too caught up in like the emotions, because I wanted to like be so focused and ready to actually do well.
Yeah.
I think I had to pitch the next day, where in Cleveland. So it was one of those moments where I was super excited, but I didn't want to get too excited because I knew I had to still do a job, and I wanted to do good. And I ended up doing okay my first start, but my short major league stint was not the best. The best of.
So you had the opportunity, it's something.
But it was awesome. My family went. My family and a couple friends of mine went to my first game. So it was great.
Do you have you wait 2 years to play in the big leagues, but there's another players that wait more time. Do you have any advice to them, like because some people get desperate about that there's no had to the opportunity to go to the big show?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm the one to give advice because I haven't been back, and so it's kind of like giving advice to myself to say like I'm kind of going through it after I went to the big leagues and came down. And I'm kind of like going through the process of trying to get back as well, and spending a lot of time in the minor leagues. And so my advice would be just to keep believing in yourself and just stay focused on the goal, and always make that your goal and never settle. I mean, sometimes we can start doing well at AA or high A or AAA, and we kind of do pretty well, but not great. But you always have to focus that your goal is to be not just in the majors, but you want to be a good major league player. And so I think just until you've reached that goal, I mean, never be satisfied. Always be trying to get better. Always try to learn and understand that it. Yeah. Don't stop until you get to where you want to be.
Yeah. After the big moment that year, it's a break, and in November 2012, there's a life-changing surgery that makes you now a miracle, that the doctor said. So I know you didn't expect it at all. So what do you learn about that situation? It was a brain surgery, yeah? Something like that.
Yeah, it was. And I just think that you just count your blessings every day, and that I'm just so thankful that God was looking out for me during that time. And it could have been really bad for me, but He just kind of had me at the right place at the right time. And I had a bad brain incident in my head, and the doctors were able to do a surgery right away and take care of it. And it just makes you realize how fast and how fragile life can be, and at any moment something can change so fast. And so it was just awesome to be able to come out of that, and then not only to just come out of that healthy, but to be able to start playing baseball again really fast. I mean, the surgery went so well that I was able in about a month and a half or two to kind of get back to working out and living my normal life. And so it was just great. And yeah, it makes you just appreciate every day, for sure.
Yeah, I know. You continue your career after that in 2014?
What in 2014?
Do you back to the baseball, to the minor leagues?
No, I was back in 2012. Back in 2013, the very next season, I didn't have to miss any baseball because of that surgery.
It was fast.
Yeah, it was fast. I didn't have to miss any baseball.
So in 2014 is when you came for first time to Mexico, and you came with Venados.
I did. I did.
Hey. And in January, Venados lost, and then you passed to Tomateros, and you won your first championship. How can you explain that situation? Because it was something different, right?
Yeah, it was. So it was great because I had just kind of gone through. I got injured in baseball in 2012, and I missed a year. And so I had an arm injury that kept me out from baseball for a while, for like a year. And then when I came back in 2014, I ended up playing in 14. And then in the fall, I was just trying to play some more, to get some more innings and to keep throwing, because I just come off an injury like a year ago, and I just wanted to keep playing. And I actually didn't start the season right away with the Venados. It took like a month before they signed me. And so I was just grateful for the opportunity to just keep playing. And so I kind of went from really not having a job in the winter to a team to play for, to getting the opportunity, and then fortunately doing well enough to where that when my team lost, that the Tomateros were able to pick me up and to continue on in the playoffs. And then we ended up winning the whole thing, and then they gave me the MVP for the World Series, for the World Series and the finals that year. And so it kind of was just a huge like turn of events, from not really starting anywhere at the beginning of the fall until finally getting an opportunity, taking advantage of the opportunity, and then winning the whole championship and getting the MVP. It was a great experience. I think from that point on, that was like the turning point to say that like Culiacán was just such a fun place to play, and a great experience. And like transitioning from one team to the next, they just made it feel so easy, with the players that they have and the staff and the management. And it was just in the city and everything. It was just really exciting. And so that was my first great experience with Culiacán.
Nice. In 2017, you returned with the Tomateros, but from the beginning of the season, right? And it was an impressive moment in your career when you have 2 complete games, and it was something important that season for you. And you had another championship. So it was different from the other one, because the last year you didn't come, but this season you came again, and you won another championship. So are 3, right?
Three.
3 championships. And have it different every championship?
They were. I think from the first one, it was fun, but like I said, I wasn't with the team, and I wasn't with the team the whole time. So to be able to experience that the next time in 2017, I think in 2015, I came down for a few starts. So I came back with the team a little bit, but we ended up making the playoffs. We did not make the playoffs that year. And then in 16, I did not play winter ball. And then in 17, I came back for the full season. And Yeah, just to be able to be with the same group of guys from the beginning to the end, and to start the journey and to finish it to where you reach your goal as a team that everybody's striving for since day one, since the preseason. It is a different experience, and it's great, and it's really rewarding. And a lot of the guys are still the same players. I mean, a lot of the core are still the same guys, and so it's to build the relationships and just to experience that from the beginning to end through injuries and ups and downs is awesome.
It is a big responsibility that you had in 2017, I guess. Yeah. You earned yourself to be called the postseason king. So, how do you feel about it? It's heavy. It's like a big responsibility to you.
Yes and no. I mean, yes, in terms of the stakes are higher and games are more important. But I think as athletes and competitors, you kind of want that, and I think that to be successful, you need to learn to embrace that. And if that's what it's not like I named myself that. I mean, if that's what people want to say, if that's what people want to say, they can say that. But my goal is the same regardless of that name or not. That I have to go out there and I'm going to compete, and I'm going to try to give my team the best chance to win a game, and I'm going to go out there and give it my best and try to help my team win. And I'm just glad and happy that I can do that and have been able to do that in the games that are really important.
Yeah. What do you think that Tomateros has special? Like, everyone says that Tomateros is an organization like very special that has something.
I think honestly, what's special is just the passion of the fans and the people. I think that's just what makes it special. I've played a lot of baseball in a lot of different cities and a lot around the country a lot, and you can just feel it, and it's just something that helps motivate you a little bit more, I think, as a player, when you know that that your city and your whole town is behind you, and they're supporting you, and then when you do good, they actually make you feel loved and supportive, to where if you're in another city that doesn't have a lot of support, you could be doing really well, but if a lot of people don't care, then it's kind of like whatever. But when you do really well and your city is excited for you, and they compliment you, and they really root for you, it makes it it gives you that much more motivation to keep wanting to go and do your best. And so when you can go to the field every night and the stadium is full and the people are cheering for you, I mean, that's awesome. I mean, that's hard to find, and so that's what makes it really enjoyable and special.
What is your favorite thing in Culiacán? From Culiacán?
My favorite thing from Culiacán?
Yeah.
Like what?
I don't know. Whatever your favorite thing.
Honestly, I think just the town. I mean, it's different. It's obviously different than the United States and San Antonio and stuff, but kind of like I said, the people in the town make it feel really comfortable. I like to just there's times I just go walk around downtown and just see the culture and walk through the parks and eat at different restaurants or go to coffee shops or something, and it's enjoyable because the people have been always super nice to me, even though I don't even speak Spanish that well, and they're just they embrace it, and it's been a good town to just. It makes it easy to just live there and enjoy the culture and enjoy the food and have conversations with people and Ubers or stores or coffee shops or whatever, and then obviously the baseball part is great too. So I've enjoyed it. It's a good, fun town to me. It's just a fun, enjoyable town.
Okay. There's a question here that say that do you find a difference between Almi about the league of summer league and the winter league, because you played with Sultanes, right? Do you find any difference?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a difference. I think that and it's hard to explain. I don't know. There is a difference for sure. I think the travel and the teams and the cities and stadiums are, all that makes a little bit of a difference in terms of how the weeks are scheduled. And in the Winter League, it's kind of 3 days here, 3 days there, and sometimes those teams aren't too far. But in the summer, you may have to travel a little bit farther, or I think you do like a week at a time on the road. You go a week on the road, and then you do a week at home, and the stadiums are definitely more pitcher friendly in the winter for sure. So it's a little bit harder to hit. I understand that in the winter, the stadiums aren't, the ball doesn't carry as well in the winter. So that's obviously helpful for pitching and defense to be a main focus. But I don't know. Outside of that, it's just, like I said, little bit differences here and there. But, the baseball is still really competitive and really good in both leagues, for sure.
Okay. Almost to finish. If you had the opportunity to pick 4 teammates to pass the quarantine, who will you choose and why?
For the quarantine?
Yeah. 4 teammates. Yeah.
To live with or what?
Yeah, to pass the quarantine.
To pass it before like Tomateros teammates or
yeah.
What? Well, I would have to pick the main guys that have been with me both with the Sultanas and the Tomateros. And I think you know who they are.
No, tell us.
I have to do, obviously, my catcher who works really hard for me all the time. And he does an awesome job. So, Alice Solis.
Okay.
Ramiro Pena, because he's with me with the Tomateros and Sultanas. Elizalde.
Everyone choose Elizalde.
Elizalde. And then there was one more there's with us. I was thinking about this the other day. So Solis, Ramiro, Elizalde, and I would have to say my 4th would be who's fun. Let's see here from Tomateros. I don't know. It's hard to pick because there's a lot of good guys and good teammates. I'll take huh?
Yeah.
I'll take Hera Sanchez with me.
Who?
I'll take Derek Loop and Hera Sanchez. I'll take those 2 guys.
Okay.
Because Hera Sanchez is he's my locker mate, so he's in my locker right next to me. So we have a really good relationship. So we text each other and stuff, and we get along really well. So he's a good guy to have around, for sure.
Perfect. So, do you have any messages for the people who are going through this situation like us, like to say thank you, or any messages?
Just like the city of Culiacán and stuff. Yeah, just stay safe and just do what you can and take it one day at a time. That's all you can do. Just be smart and do the best with what you have and where you are. And that's what we all have to do. And eventually this will pass and this time will pass, and hopefully you can just be a good person, be a good friend, family member, and just help your friends, help your family, and just keep your head above the water, and I know this time will come to an end soon, and just one day at a time.
Now in Spanish. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
thank you so much.
Maybe next year. I'll be
okay. Do you need to practice to the next season?
I know. For Culiacán. For Culiacán,
yeah.
I know.
For Culiacán.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you so much for giving us a little time, for giving us that interview. And I hope you stay well and stay safe with your family. And thank you. Oh, and by the way, Congratulations for
Thank
your new
you.
coming baby.
We're so excited. Yeah, we're really excited. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So in September, she'll be ready. She'll be born in September.
So she's going to be Tomateros girl?
She's going to be a little Tomateros girl, yes.
Perfect.
Hopefully she can come visit Culiacán and watch your dad play baseball.
Yeah. So cute. Okay, thank you so much again.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. See you later.
Adios. Bye.
Bye. Bueno amigos, esto fue nuestro